$50 per month in passive income coming through the door in the form of a check. Don't have to work for it at all. That is the topic of today's video. Today's video is all about how anyone out there through dividend paying companies, dividend paying stocks, can invest and can receive $50 per month in passive income. So this is going to be a really exciting video. It's all about dividend stocks. It's going to apply both to newer investors and seasoned investors as well. So this will have something for everyone. And by popular demand, I've got my Louis Vuitton bag today. That's right. In my last video, my video analysis of L Brands, which is a dividend paying stock, I'll link in the description below to that video review. I had a pink bag. It was my wife's pink bag. Pink is one of the L Brands Victoria's Secret line of products, so I had to have the pink bag. I had a bunch of stuff in there. Well, today I got the Louis Vuitton bag. The reason I got the Louis Vuitton bag is someone in the comments on my last video, they were saying, Ian, pink bag is cool and all, but bring out your Louis Vuitton bag. Well, surprise, surprise, I've actually got one. And I actually don't have too much in this Louis Vuitton bag today, but I really wanted to include it because this is going to make a fabulous, fabulous story, fabulous point for anyone interested in passive income and cash flow like I am. Anyone that wants to have $50 per month in passive income or more, or maybe even a lot more, this video is for you. So let's get started. So welcome everyone to the video. I just had to do this video today because there are so many YouTube videos, so much content online about passive income. In a lot of these videos, they're saying, hey, you need to sign up for this course, you need to buy this product, you need to start this business, you need to do all these things to receive passive income. The fact of the matter is, a lot of the time, these vehicles, these opportunities, they're not really passive. In my eyes, passive income is really income that I have to do nothing for. Nothing, or next to nothing. Obviously, for dividend paying stocks, I have to monitor the portfolio and I have to keep up with my records. But other than that, I don't have to lift a finger. The problem with starting a business is it's a very active stream of income. I think it's a commendable stream of income. I think it's wonderful. I think businesses and courses, they have their time and place. But I think investors need to be very careful that there's a difference between active income and passive income. And so anyways, I want to talk today about true passive income. True passive income. This is income that one does not have to work for. Once one has invested their money, the income just comes into their mailbox. They can deposit the check and use that $50 for whatever they like. So anyways, what have I got in this Louis Vuitton bag? What is in here? Everyone may be wondering. Let's see. I actually have, there it is. I've got, let's see, 20, 40, 50, $50. So the topic of today's video. We're going to get to that Louis Vuitton bag in a minute. It's part of a story. But before I get there, I just want to really jump right into it. I want to jump into how one can receive $50 per month in passive income in perpetuity for doing nothing on an ongoing basis. So for those that don't know, there are companies out there that pay dividends. When one invests in the company, they literally pay on a quarterly basis in the United States checks to the shareholders to thank them for owning the business. It's part of their profits that they're redistributing out to their owners, their shareholders. And so if I wanted to earn $50 per month in passive income, one way I would do it, and one way I am doing it in 2018, is I'm buying a stock called Procter Gamble. For those that don't know, Procter Gamble is a big consumer packaged goods monster. It's a huge company, and they make products such as the Swiffer Sweeper. This is a product that many people use to clean their floors, to dust their wood floors, their tile floors. I personally use Swiffer Sweeper all the time to keep the house nice and clean. They make a bunch of other products as well, but that's just one of them. Now, Procter Gamble pays a dividend. They've been in business a long time. They pay a really nice dividend, and what this means is for each share of Procter & Gamble that I own, I receive $2.86.8 per year in dividends. Literally just checks that come in just for owning this thing. And so this is true passive income. True passive income is owning my Procter & Gamble, doing nothing, and receiving a check in the mail. And so if I wanted to receive $50 per month in dividends, this is exactly how I would do it in 2018. And actually it is how I am doing it in 2018, at least one of the avenues I'm taking. because I believe that Procter & Gamble right now is on sale. It's a really good value. So right now, Procter & Gamble, it's trading at $79.20 per share. They're paying $2.86.8 in dividends per year. If I take this dividends, I divide by the share price, I get a dividend yield of 3.6%. The starting dividend yield is 3.6%. Not bad for this world-class consumer brand. It's a reasonable buying opportunity, and this is one of the reasons Procter & Gamble, the maker behind Swiffer Sweeper, they're one of my favorite stocks that I am buying. It's a core stock that I am buying in 2018. By the way, I actually have Swiffer Sweepers in here just so you can see. Some of them are used, but obviously I've got them in here. In one of my prior videos, I was doing a different example, and someone was saying I got nothing in the box. That was pretty funny, but I literally do. I use this product each and every day. Anyways, or each and every week, that is. Anyways, moving on. Okay, if I want $50 per month, I want that per month. That's the same as $600 per year. 50 times 12, $600. How could I possibly get $600 per year? It's easy math, but I want to go through the math because I know a lot of folks here on PPC EM, they've asked me, Ian, can you just go through some of the basic equations? Can you just go through some of the math? And so that's what today's video, or at least part of what today's video is about. So if I know what my goal is 50 per month, 600 per year. How do I get that? Well, I know for a fact that Procter & Gamble is yielding 3.62 or 3.62. This one says 3.6, but it's actually 3.62 if I carry the decimal out. I know that. Okay, the math is this simple. I take $600, I divide by the yield of this stock, which is 3.62%. 600 divided by 3.62, it gives me the principal that I need to invest in Procter & Gamble to receive my 600. It would be $16,574.59. If I right now, in July of 2018, at the current share price of $79.20, go out, I invest $16,574.59 in Procter & Gamble. If I do that, I will receive $600 per year in passive income. Now, it will come in 4 quarterly installments, and so if I wanted my 50 a month, I would have to partition it out and be careful. Just when I receive my quarterly installments of $150 each, I divide them by 3 and I keep 50 for each month. But that's how I would do it. It's that simple. And so yes, it's hard to earn $16,574. Yes, that takes some time to save that money above and beyond one's living expenses. But once one can do that, once one can optimize their budget, save some money, maybe take on extra work, earn some more money, maybe they receive a bonus and they save a big chunk of that bonus deployed in stock. If one can do that and they buy Procter & Gamble stock, foreseeably, as long as they continue to stay true to their dividend, one will be able to achieve $50 per month in passive income going forward in the future for doing nothing. And this is the key reason I love dividend growth investing. I can deploy money, I immediately see results, and just think, what are all the things you could buy each month with that $50? It could take your family out to dinner, it could pay for a haircut or two, it could pay for some groceries, it could help pay for an electric bill, for a garbage collection fee, for gas for one's automobile. It could pay for so many things. And so that's why I love this example. And so how many shares would I buy Procter & Gamble? Just another simple equation. Well, if I know I need to deploy this 16,000 and change to receive my passive income, well, I just take the 16,574.59, I divide it by Procter & Gamble's current share price, which is $79.20, and I realize, okay, I need to be able to afford to buy 209.28 shares of Procter & Gamble. I need to go out and buy that many shares. And so the real purpose I'm sharing this video and I'm bringing it back to $50 is so many people, myself included, when they're in this passive income journey, they're in this dividend stock journey, they get so focused on the goal. And the goal is complete coverage of all living expenses. And that's a great goal. It's a nice goal. But the fact of the matter is, along the way, there are going to be many milestones. And even if one just gets to this milestone, that's $50 per month in perpetuity not only for the rest of your life, but for generational, for your kids, for those that inherit your estate. This is cash flow that will continue to come through. And I'll show you in a minute how it actually grow over time. But at a minimum, as long as Procter & Gamble stays true to the policies they've had in the past and the company continues to do reasonably well, it will continue to pay 50. Now, the fact of the matter is Procter & Gamble the only stock that does this? No, there are many stocks out there that do this, but I'm just using Procter & Gamble as an example because it's one of my personal favorite stocks to buy in 2018. Now, if you want to see all of the stocks I'm buying right now, I think I have 10 of them that I'm buying right now in 2018. I'm going to link in the description below to that video as well, so you can start seeing some other stocks. But the reason I picked Procter & Gamble is it's a reasonable starting yield, it's a reasonable value, and it requires a little bit less capital deployed than some of the other stocks that might have lower dividend yields. And quite frankly, it actually requires more capital than some of the other stocks I'm buying, like utilities. So I just felt it was a nice middle ground. It was a nice example that illustrates realistically what one would have to do to achieve this passive income. And so the next time one is thinking about passive income, should I start a business? Should I buy this course? Should I do this or that? I think all of those are good ideas, but just realize a lot of those, they're not passive. This is passive because once the money is deployed, I do nothing and I receive that 50 bucks. But anyways, going back to the point here, we get caught up. We get so caught up in the goal. And sometimes it's intimidating. Sometimes it feels like it's never going to get there. But why worry about that goal every day? Why not worry about this? Just worry about your next $50. How are you going to automate? How are you going to receive your next $50 in passive income? It's these micro goals that make so much value, and they're life-changing, quite frankly, because this is $50 per month that I would have never had if I didn't go through this process of buying the hypothetical 16574.59 of Procter Gamble. This is an amazing milestone, and it's so important to focus on these milestones and not just the end goal. Anyways, I want to get back to, I'm going to do a few things here today. I'm kind of jumping around. I want to talk about this for a minute. I got this Louis Vuitton bag. I am really glad that one of the subscribers, I love you guys. Thank you for the community here, for the support, for the subscriptions. It truly means the world to me. I love this question, and it was kind of, I don't know if the person actually expected me to bust out the Louis Vuitton, but I'm so glad I have this bag. I don't even really use this anymore. But the fact of the matter is, this is the perfect question. I did a video on my top 5 investing mistakes, and I'm going to link in the description below. One of those mistakes, it wasn't even investing, but it was more a big purchase. I bought a BMW M3 in my earlier years. I love this car. I wouldn't say it's a huge mistake because I got so much enjoyment, but financially speaking, it was surely a mistake. I could have invested that money, spent half as much money on a really nice car, and still had the enjoyment from the car and invest the rest, done really well in the stock market. But you live and you learn. Louis Vuitton bag is the same thing. Social media, sometimes you see all these people living all these flashy lifestyles, spending all this money, and one starts thinking like, hey, that's what rich people are all about. That's what it's like to be rich. And then people start thinking, well, I want to fit up. I want to keep up with the Joneses. I want to have that rich lifestyle. And then so people start buying things like this. And even if one can afford it, one has enough money coming in, they, fine, they go ahead, they buy stuff like this. But these bags, they're real expensive. And I look at stuff like this now in my present day. I don't really buy these kind of high-end luxury goods anymore. I surely like nice fashions, nice styles, and I try to go to the outlet mall where the prices are more affordable. I really enjoy, I've shared actually in my video, I'll link below in my 10,000 subscriber anniversary video, how I really like to shop at Lululemon. I like to shop at Joe's Jeans, and also for more dressy stuff like these kind of shirts, I like a store called Ted Baker. And Lululemon, I usually just go to their website, and you can go on their We Made Too Much page and get stuff that's a little bit on sale. Joe's Jeans and Ted Baker, I just go to the outlet mall. Anyways, I'm certainly these days not going to Louis Vuitton anymore and splurging on these kind of bags, but anyways, you live and you learn. But the reason I'm bringing this up is so many people out there, they get distracted. They get distracted by these kind of material objects, especially these high-end things, because they think, hey, that's what it's like to be rich, or don't I deserve it? Don't I deserve this nice bag? Well, the problem is if you go out and you buy too many of these bags, you're never going to get to your $16,000 in capital. You go out, you buy the bag, you buy the shoes, you buy all these things. Sooner or later, you'd be surprised, it adds up to $16,000 pretty quickly. And so the point I'm trying to make is ditch the bag, ditch the expensive stuff, save your money. Yeah, it's hard to get to this $16,000, but it is possible. It's definitely possible. And once one does it, it becomes easier and easier each successive time. And the fact of the matter is wouldn't you want to have $50 coming through the door every single month in perpetuity rather than having this bag and a bunch of stuff like it? I know which option I would choose. And what's happened over time is I've just become so compelled by dividend stocks. It's so compelling. It's so it has this positive reinforcement loop that once I see the cash flow coming in, I want more cash flow and more, and I set bigger and better goals, and it just snowballs over time. And I start focusing, hey, I don't want to buy that stuff. I want to find how I can cut my expenses so I can get more capital into the stock market, into stocks like Procter Gamble. And so this is a really important lesson I want to share. I'm really glad for that comment, because this was how I used to be. This is how I used to be in my earlier days, and you'll learn more about that in my top 5 mistakes video, which I'll link to below. So moving on, I want to talk about something. This is just the beginning. This is what I would do right now in 2018 if I wanted $50 per month in cash flow right away. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't end there. The beauty of the types of dividend companies that I buy is they raise their dividends over time. And so if I look at 2018, July, right now, and I take the dividend per year from Procter & Gamble, I annualize it, it's this 2.868 that we just talked about. However, let's say I go back to July of 2008. I look at the dividend at the time, I annualize it, it was $1.60. These guys over that decade have increased their dividend by 79.25%. That's right, the dividend is not stagnant, it grows each year. And not all companies do this. I own companies that do not do this, but most of the companies I own, they raise their dividend over time. And by the magic of these guys raising their dividends over time, if I just hold on over the course of 10 years, and all along I'm spending my $50 each month, after 10 years, that 50 becomes 89.63. Or the 600 per year, the 50 times 12, it becomes $1,075.50. The numbers increase over time. This is the magic of dividends. Now, one other point worth mentioning, I could take my 50 and instead of spending it, I could reinvest it. I could buy more shares of Procter & Gamble over time, and that would balloon my cash flow even more if I didn't need my cash flow now in 2018. But for the purposes of example, I want to assume spending it, because at the end of the day, the purpose of dividend investing, the purpose of passive income is to enhance one's lifestyle. It's not just about the money. It's not just about money coming through the door. It's about the goal. It's about enhancement of lifestyle. It's about automating lifestyle, freeing up time. This is $50 now that you don't have to go out and work for it. It comes in because of your capital that's been deployed in the stock market, and it's time to enjoy it. And so I also do believe in enjoying the fruits of one's labor over time, and that's why I actually do reinvest my dividends in my real portfolio. But for this example, I'm not in reinvesting just because I think it's a more conservative way of looking at things. Anyways, I want to move on here. So that's the what if for the dividends. But another nuance here, another important nuance. Once one deploys money in Procter & Gamble, I deploy money to never sell. I buy and I hold forever. But the fact of the matter is, great companies, the share price tends to go up over time. If I looked at Procter & Gamble in 2018, it's at 79.20. However, if I look back in July of 2008, it was at $70.25. The share price is up 13%. Now, this is not that exciting for a one-decade period. But if you look at the trough of Procter & Gamble during the Great Recession, which shortly followed this 2008 comp, it hit a low of 47.09 cents. So theoretically, when I buy stocks, I like to average in over time. I don't just set it and forget it. I like to buy a little each month, and that's actually what I'm doing in Procter & Gamble right now. I'm buying periodically throughout the course of 2018. So 2 reasons I wanted to show this time frame. one, I want to show that the dividend goes up over time, but two, I want to share almost a bad case. The Great Recession was pretty bad. If someone bought Procter Gamble stock in 2008 at $70.25, they're up now if they held it till 2018, not only on dividends, but on capital appreciation, on the share price going from here to here. But if one bought in 2008, then looked at the thing in 2009, 2010, it hit a trough of $47. That was scary times. It was really scary times to take that kind of haircut. Now, they did not cut the dividend, so if one is dividend oriented, one invests for dividends, this is almost an exciting thing because at the lower share price, the starting yield is actually higher. One can lock in a higher starting yield on their investment. But needless to say, I want to point out this example for two reasons. One, the next recession will happen. There will be a time when the next recession hits. We will see stocks that we're buying right now tank. What will you do? What will I do? Personally, I will be averaging in all the way down, all the way back up, because I'm always buying, I'm always increasing my passive income through dividend stocks. But some people may be tempted to sell at a loss. Is that going to be you? I don't know. It's something certainly to think about because times could get hard again. But also the related reason I'm sharing this example is time is really of importance when it comes to investing. If one just waited until 2018, now they're up 13%. Yeah, it's not great capital appreciation, but they're yielding all of this cash flow on a monthly basis or quarterly, but if they save it, they can partition it out monthly, plus they're now up. And so this is a perfect example to show how over the long run, time can mitigate risk in the stock market. So just a fun video today on passive income. This one is geared towards this mentality that I have a lot of the time. When am I going to get there? How long is it going to take? I have so far to go to cover all of my living expenses with dividends. And, you know, I've made a good bite out of it, but I live here in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's real expensive. I have 2 kids. The lifestyle is expensive, and I'm not one of these people that just wants to move. And I'm not putting down people that want to move to save money. It's just not for me. I'm happy where I'm at. My family's happy. Everyone's happy. And so I need to amp up my passive income. But this video is to remind me and to remind everyone out there that it's not always about the end goal. It's about these, you know, these $50 along the way. And it doesn't have to be $50. It could be $10 a month in passive income. $10, it's going to buy you lunch. $10 it pays for something. And so the fact of the matter is progress is progress. And the beauty of dividend growth investing is it's possible to easily see that progress over time. And so I'd be curious. I'd love to hear your experience. How do you look at it? Are you just focused on the end goal? Are you focused on the present? Are you focused kind of on these micro level goals? I actually have a journal. I'll link in the description below. To be honest, I've been pretty bad at keeping up with it. But the reason I have my journal, my investing journal that is to document all of these types of thoughts and to keep myself focused, keep myself grounded, that I am making progress with each and every investment in dividend paying stocks. And again, this is real passive income. Starting a business, starting a website, it's great income. It's exciting to have ancillary streams of income, but it's real active, real active. This, in my opinion, is true passive income. More so even than real estate. A lot of people think real estate's passive income. One is to, unless they're through a real estate investment trust, managing real estate is very active. It's a lot of work. And so in my opinion, this is true passive income. Dividend paying stocks like Procter & Gamble. Before I leave today, in terms of full disclosure, I own Procter & Gamble. I am long on Procter & Gamble, ticker symbol PG, in my personal stock portfolio. I own that stock. And also in terms of a disclaimer, today's video is not investment advice. I'm not a licensed investment advisor. This video is just for fun and entertainment. I'm just sharing my personal journey for fun and entertainment here on YouTube. If you're going to go out and invest money in the stock market or anywhere else, please consult a licensed financial advisor first. Please join the comments below. We have a thriving community. And if you want to thank me for producing these videos on YouTube, I would be so honored if you could subscribe, give me a like, a thumbs up, a comment, all of that. It means the world to me. It's the greatest way that you can thank me for producing these videos about investing on YouTube. I will see you in the next dividend investing video.